Hello there, this is everything you need to know about tofu cat litter. What is it, the different types of tofu cat litter, why it's becoming so popular, some drawbacks, and where to find it. My name is Charlotte and this is Pepper. If you're new to the channel, we're here to raise the standard of living with and caring for cats. So if you're a fellow cat parent, go ahead and click subscribe. We've got tons of educational content for you to make your cat's life the best life ever, and yours too. I know there's so many variables that come into play when choosing a cat litter. Pepper and I have used so many different kinds before, and it can be really overwhelming. I've had litter that tracks everywhere throughout my home. I've had litter that's impossible to clean. I've had litter that stinks. I've had litter that supposedly cleans itself. I've had litter that gets stuck in between her little paws, and so much more. I've had cats ever since I was born, and so I've tried many different kinds. Tofu cat litter is more of a recent discovery of mine, and I'm really excited to share with you what I've learned. So let's get into it. What is tofu cat litter? Tofu is the newest option when it comes to litter, and it's been gaining a lot of popularity over these last couple years. It gets its name because it's made from the food grade pulp that comes from soybeans, which is the same tofu that you eat. This makes it a non-toxic, 100% natural alternative to conventional cat litter. So there are a few different types of tofu cat litter. Tofu cat litter often comes in the form of cylinder-shaped granules that are soft and lightweight. However, some might be broken down into smaller pieces. The larger the pellet, the less tracking. So we'd recommend sticking with one that has a cylindrical shape rather than one that's been broken down. Most tofu cat litters come unscented to keep with the natural integrity of the product, but you'll find that some brands add scents to their litter. In addition, some brands will add color to their tofu cat litter. Our recommendation is to stick with one that is unscented and free from artificial dyes. A cat's sense of smell is really strong, and often the perfumes in scented cat litter are overpowering for them. The natural ingredients are already very absorbent and really good at controlling odors. If the tofu litter has charcoal in it, it's a pretty good indicator that it's going to be great at eliminating unwanted odors. Visually, it's super easy to tell whether a litter has charcoal in it or not. If it has charcoal in it, it will have more of a gray tint compared to a lighter beige. So why all the hype? Let's go over some of the biggest benefits to tofu cat litter to help illustrate why it's becoming so popular in cat families. Health and safety. Tofu cat litter does not contain any harmful toxins or synthetic materials. This is assuming that you're buying unscented and uncolored tofu cat litter, which we recommend. In addition, you'll find that most conventional litter can cause respiratory issues for both cats and humans over time. This is not the case with tofu cat litter. Tofu litter is made from natural ingredients, which are safe to ingest, although still not recommended over long periods of time, which is in stark contrast to other litters where an emergency vet visit might be required if your cat starts to eat it. It's also very low tracking. Tofu cat litter does not track nearly as much and causes less of a mess overall. Because pellets are larger than most litter kernels, it doesn't stick to your cat's paws as much. So you won't find as much litter spread throughout your entire home. It's also way less dusty, and it can easily be flushed down the toilet because it actually disintegrates in water. It is seriously a game changer. Cleaning a litter box is nobody's favorite chore, but with tofu cat litter, it makes it a little bit more seamless. Of course, always check with your local guidelines and regulations before flushing anything down the toilet. When purchasing cat litter, you're probably most concerned with finding a litter that's most suitable for you and your cat. But a lot of cat owners are realizing the harmful effects of conventional litter on the planet. Traditional cat litter ends up in the garbage, which ends up in the landfill. And because these conventional clumping litters are designed to swell with water, they actually take up even more space when they end up in the landfills, which is concerning if you think about how many cat owners are dumping their litter in their trash. Tofu cat litter is often made from soybean byproducts, which would have ended up in the landfill had it not been used to make the litter. With the increase in plant-based proteins being created in recent years, there's an abundance of plant byproducts going into landfills. Plus, with tofu cat litter, you can flush it or go the composting route, which helps to avoid further waste. So let's talk about some drawbacks to tofu cat litter. As good as any litter can be, there are always a few things that could be better. So here are a few concerns when it comes to tofu cat litter. Tofu litter is made from natural organic ingredients, which makes it susceptible to mold if it's not stored properly. But you should be fine if you store your litter in a cool, dry, well-ventilated space. Tofu litter may be more expensive than conventional cat litter, but many cat parents find the quality is worth the extra spending. It is important to note that you probably won't have to clean your litter boxes often with tofu litter versus conventional litter, meaning you'll pay more initially for a bag of litter, but you'll end up topping off that litter less frequently than with conventional. And although we love to spread the word about how easy it is to flush tofu cat litter, it's often met with a lot of concern. Some cats have an infection called toxoplasmosis. This contaminates their feces and it should not be flushed down the toilet. This is regulated on a municipal level, but according to the CDC, indoor cats that do not hunt prey and are not fed raw meat are not likely to be infected with toxoplasmosis. So we'd recommend that you only flush the feces of indoor cats and make sure that's allowed with your local guidelines. We know that California is a little more strict with this, so make sure to check. So how to convert your cat to tofu cat litter. Step 1, keep everything else the same. Don't change the box, don't change the location of the box, and don't do it if you've recently added another cat to your home. Everything else about the litter box and the routine should stay the exact same in order to see the most success. Step 2, go slow. Slowly transition by gradually adding the new litter. For example, at first you might go 80-20, old litter to new litter, and over time you'll just add more tofu cat litter until your cat is using only tofu cat litter. As cat people know, cats are smart. They'll notice the change, but it's important to keep the top layer of their litter as their old litter. This makes the change a little less stressful. Step 3, positive associations. Save some of your cat's feces from their old litter and put them in the new litter. Your cat will then associate the new litter with their old litter. This helps signal to your cat when and where they should do their business. Step 4, reward. Not every cat is going to respond to rewards, but if you've got a food motivated cat, this may be a good option. When you see them successfully using the new litter, they get a couple treats. So where to find tofu cat litter? It's becoming increasingly popular, so it's fairly easy to find on Amazon or your local pet store. We also launched our own formula called Really Great Cat Litter. We went with natural, unscented, and uncolored because we think overall that's the better option for both cats and humans. Thank you so much for watching. We hope this was helpful. Have you tried tofu cat litter? Let us know in the comments if you have and what you think about it. You can find all the products shown in the video's description. And go ahead and like this video if you learned something new about tofu cat litter. Don't forget to subscribe and share this video with another cat lover. We've got tons more videos on their way. More cat education to come, and new videos drop every week. Pepper and I will see you next time.